Good morning. I'm Sheriff Al Nienhuis of Hernando County, and it's with a very heavy heart that I have to report to you today a case of domestic violence that turned deadly and unfortunately took a couple innocent young lives. So some background, Mr. Daniel Castigliano was getting a divorce from his wife, Luz Jimenez, and she actually filed for divorce on October 12th. Last Friday, Daniel Castiglione went to pick up the kids at school, and the two children are identified as Susanna, who's 8, and Sebastian, who's 7. He later, after picking up the kids, confronted his wife at work. An argument ensued, and for a short period of time, apparently it got a little heated, but he did calm down and took the children for the weekend. Later that evening, Daniel apparently spoke to his wife about returning to his native country, Colombia, and that's what we have for Friday night. Well, then Saturday, there was a birthday party scheduled. The children were supposed to go to, and the mother, Luz, was supposed to pick them up for a 1 o'clock birthday party, but she was unable to contact either the father or the children. She apparently didn't become very concerned. She just thought that he did not want to give up his visitation even for a couple hours on Saturday. Yesterday, she did check the residence several times before contacting law enforcement, and when she wasn't able to get an answer at the door, she did give us a call about 13 hours ago. I guess it was about 7:30 last night, and we did make entry into the house, and unfortunately we did find both children deceased. Apparently from each of them had a single gunshot wound, and Daniel had also taken his own life, also via a gun. And obviously, over the last 12 or 13 hours, we've been trying to piece this all together. Daniel did leave a note. It was, I guess if there is a typical note, it was a typical note of a disgruntled, soon-to-be ex-husband. And so we're relatively confident it was definitely a murder-suicide. Unfortunately, there was an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old that got caught up in this. So I'll answer a couple questions. I don't know if I have a whole lot of information just yet in addition to that, but yes, sir.
Sheriff, can you tell us where the bodies were found?
Actually, the young, it's my understanding the young boy was found in his bed. It does appear that they were sleeping when they were killed. And if I'm not mistaken, the young girl, the daughter, was found in the bed next to her father. Also appears that she'd been sleeping when she was shot.
Any sense when this shooting happened, when they were killed?
Well, we're trying to piece that together. Initially, we thought it might have happened Friday night since the mother had not spoken to them after that, but we have some unconfirmed reports that they may have been seen in the area here around the house last Saturday night, rather. So it may have occurred either Friday night or Saturday night.
Could you please say and spell the father's name again? Say and spell.
Sure. We're going to get you the information, but Daniel is Daniel, and his last name is spelled Castrillon, Castiglione. And then the mother is going by her maiden name. Her first name is Luz, L-U-Z, and Jimenez is Jimenez.
Sheriff, this has to be the most horrific scene you have encountered in quite some time, I take it.
Well, it's definitely a difficult scene. We did have a very similar scene in Hernando Oaks. Some of you may remember within the last month or so. Ironically enough, it's the same squad of deputies that responded to both scenes. So I'm really concerned about them having to deal with these horrific scenes where children's lives were taken at the hands of somebody who was supposed to be taking care of them. It's a very difficult scene, absolutely.
Sheriff, I may have missed this part, but when the father went to go pick these kids up from school on Friday, other people saw this altercation?
No, well, he apparently confronted her at work. That's all I know. I'm not sure if there was anybody present. They might have went to a private room or something. I don't have that information yet, but we do have information that he did pick up the children, went to the mother's work, and confronted her there, and they had a little bit of an argument, apparently a little heated, but by the time he left, he had calmed down, and she apparently was not concerned for his safety or the children's safety.
Any priors on the father?
We don't have anything locally. We did check that this morning, and we don't have any interaction with any of the individuals, either the children or the parents.
Where does the wife work?
I'm sorry?
Where does Ms. Jimenez work?
I don't have that information right now. We'll try to get that into a press release, and we'll get it out to you probably within the next hour, but I don't have that.
This is the father's house. The father lived here.
They actually all lived here until October 12th when she moved out. The mother moved out October 12th when she, apparently the same day she filed for divorce.
Any idea how long they've been living there?
That I don't know. I haven't got that information.
And again, the time frame on when this happened, walk me through that again, because we're not sure.
Friday night, the children were picked up from school, and they did speak. The mother and the father spoke briefly Friday night, where he threatened to go back to Columbia. I don't know if he mentioned I don't think he mentioned taking the children, but he was talking about going back to Columbia after the divorce. And then she was not able to talk to him at all over the weekend, especially at Saturday afternoon when she was supposed to go to a birthday party with the children. She was going to pick up the children, and she just assumed that he decided he did not want to give up the visitation for even a few hours Saturday. And then, of course, we found them last night about 7:30, I believe.
Any idea why the divorce? Any note or anything?
You know, I'm not really sure. I don't know if I don't know all the information.
This has to be, like you said, this is the second time your office has had to deal with this. This has to be disturbing to you to so soon a similar situation.
It's very, very difficult anytime you have innocent children killed. It's even worse when they're killed by somebody who is supposed to be there to take care of them. I feel for my deputies that had to deal with this last night, and as I said, it's the same squad that, ironically enough, that handled the one in Hernando Oaks. So, even seasoned deputies who deal with a lot of pain and heartache have a difficult time when young children are involved.
They were grade schoolers. Are any counselors going to their school?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it was a little after midnight. We were able to get in touch with the school and prepare them, and the school is gearing up as we speak to talk to the children and the teachers and help them through this very difficult situation.
And what school is that?
It's my understanding it's Chocochatty Elementary School. Chocochatty, which is at the corner of Powell and California, I believe. It's going to be a difficult day there, too. So, all right, if you don't have any...
The kids' names and the ages one more time.
Okay, the children's name is Susanna, S-U-S-A-N-A. She's 8 years old. And Sebastian, S-A-B-A-S-T-I-O-N. And he's 7 years old.
Did he say if he was going to Columbia with family, or what was
Well, that's where he's from. He's from Columbia, and he talked about going back. I'm not sure if he threatened to take the children back or if he was just going to go back on his own and leave the children here. I don't know how that conversation played out Friday night.
Is he a naturalized citizen?
I don't believe he's a citizen of the United States, but I think he's a Columbia citizen. So, all right. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.